ese túnel hay 8 válvulas. Repetición de cómo el 33 se quedó enfrente. Go-Karts Cuernavaca. Trompo del número 7. Contacta al 5. Lo frena León Gutiérrez.
A ver qué pasaba. Venía Garris pasándolo. Ah, agarró lo pintado. Cuando
pero
pisa,
muy poquito, ¿eh?
Sí, pero
con lo justo.
Con el agua está complicadísimo. Quedó por afuera.
Y donde se cruzó.
Claro, se cruzó y lo termina enganchando. No pudo hacer nada Scumburdi.
Y el resto de los competidores también.
Y que lleva de arrastre el difusor.
Exacto.
Para el auto de Beraldi. Que se va, se produce el toque. Y ahora cuando va, aparecían chispas debajo del auto. Ahora tiene una ventaja de casi 3 segundos sobre Ricardo Subía. Y atrás.
Sí, Echeverry lo llevaron puesto y es Roma. El piloto que se lo encontró.
Así. Sale adelante de Pelandino.
¡No! ¡Se tocaron! Se tocaron.
Ojo con la vuelta a la pista. Y hay desparrado.
También lo mismo hace Dianda, va por afuera. Va Dianda por afuera. Se montaron la camioneta. ¡Afuera los dos! ¡Afuera los dos! Y esto para el campeonato le va a costar carísimo. Esto.
De la huella en el momento de frenar. Fíjate cómo se mueve la camioneta de Agustín Martínez y cuando pega el latigazo impacta con la de Canapino que viene por el...
Complicando de alguna manera a sus rivales. Damián, Misillar se tocaron. Se tocaron y afuera dos. Una lástima.
Lo pasaban por derecha y por izquierda al rezagado y bueno, y aparece.
Cero.
Oliva Moises sí cumplió la vuelta.
Ahí está. Ay, sí. Moix es ella, la que está acá. Este es el auto de Moix. A ver. Promesti. Adelante, ingresa bien. Terlón se lo lleva puesto a Darío 12.
Na visão traseira. Aliás, não é o Pedrotti, perdão. Esse aí é 96, o Silas Passos. Peço perdão pelo engano. Ele acabou rodando e o Maurício Mozinski foi passageiro, hein?
Entra a Bia se jogando ali para ficar na posição, travou tudo e vai rodando. Freou muito dentro, sobrou a roda.
¿Qué pasó? Pará. Macera. Ah, no, le pega a Bello, a ver.
Le pega de lleno
sí,
a Bello.
No, lo sacó, pero...
Y todavía Pérez que la liga de
Claro,
arriba.
la liga, pero viene ya totalmente desacomodado. Algo le pasó a Macera,
Venía desacomodadísimo. Juan Pablo Martín Bianco.
Y cuarto, atención para el debutante, ahí está lo que pasó, claro. Se chocaron las trompas, fíjate que ahora, ¡ping! La trompa fue.
Claro. Podemos ver la reiteración ya cuando iniciaba el vuelco, ¿no? Cuando dio un par de tumbos. Para la unidad Berlina 125 de Sebastián Pidoni, que ha quedado realmente sobre ruedas.
Uma amarela aí, ou não? Rapaz, ele veio fortíssimo, hein?
Ele era o melhor Paladini na prova, viu?
The crash actually happened, but Ronan, take us away. What happened?
Yeah, I think you're right there with Marco Manson making that mistake, and it ended up with, I think, Lincoln Taylor there in the 78 car was right there in the middle. He wasn't left a lot of space there in that.
Like he might lose out here to another position to Leo Scott. And he's lost. Goes around, and
Lincoln Taylor destroyed the rear wishbone. Didn't really have anywhere to go, and he's given him a little nudge. So I'm sure that'll be under investigation, but again, when you're racing that close nose to tail, it is sometimes hard.
On the inside will get squeezed there. They come together. Fillmore's gone round. That's awkward. And around goes Giddy as well. This has champ.
Take his line again. Paul Kelly has been on that inside, so it was very similar situation. 3-1. You can see Marco there getting lifted into the air and turned around. That was.
He enforced that dropped Marcelli down to the bottom. And it's a high impact.
Yeah, it's a really tricky corner. You come in there.
Happened to Elias Sabo here.
Wow, that was really early in the approach to turn 1 there.
With the back of the SR03 field, and Elias Sabo just loops it around and Schwess spins in avoidance.
Yeah, Sabo I don't think has the same piece of racetrack. But it's so hard. I mean, I'm sure Swearingen think, well, he just moved over on me, but in these conditions, it's hard to see a car.
At the incident, this is mid-pack. Sparta into the side of Clay, it looks like, who then gets collected by Owen, who had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Again. Oh, a little twitch there. Oh, he's in the dirt and he turns. Oh, pole sitter around, just got off in the dirt. They couldn't walk it down. And Mads was certainly committed too. He had a little twitch. Ellis was even more to the right-hand side of the road, just no grip there. And then you see the other carnage and argy-bargy that happens. Transition time down. Oh, that was a bit harsh, I'll be honest with you. I think both cars were a little bit sideways there, yes. Macquarie
team. This is a look at what happened to Luke. Whoa, just got wide and backed it in hard.
Such a tricky entry there, the carousel. And
it's a side-by-side moment. 3 cars all together.
Oh, he gets turned.
Yeah.
He may have even been coming to pit lane. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he was intending to come down, be in third.
This is what happened fighting with Hannah Greenmeyer.
Just gets in the dirt, just gets out too wide and just picks up those right sides on the maybe the white line, then into the grass.
Whole bunch of parts and pieces, JRI adjustable shocks. Alcon breaks in. Continental Tires, Safronis goes for a slide and into the tire bundles at turn 3A.
Oh, Kirk down to the inside lane on the binders, contact.
Spin, slide, crash. The 21 Akach goes around the 210.
Weir still tries to open it up, dives it deep, contact between the two, bouncing and banging. That's going to spin him around. Spike Kohlbecker gets through.
Crunch, and the 78 is out.
Where's Cole Swift? Looks to the inside, brakes desperately late up the inside of Jordan Stilt. The brakes glow in, and he just braked too late. Well, he wasn't going for a move on Jason Pelosi, was he? He's ended up tagging Pelosi.
Oh!
And they've hit again, I'm afraid. I hope none of that was in.
Parry in car 114. And 4th in that order, and then William Green in car 264 as that is Steve Bartlett and the 21 of Walker both off into the gravel.
Aggressive. If you go aggressive, there's going to be potential for contact, and that could be game over in and of itself. And that's exactly what we didn't need! And now has continued on. So let's see what happened. Drivers all get through the hairpin together, and there's the contact. So Alfie Ospina, who was running about 14th or 15th at the time, was battling.
En este caso, Daniel Losada, que recibe el ataque de Óscar Gómez y el trompo de... ¿Qué ha sucedido ahí? Si ha sido al salirse de esa trazada. Una situación ahí un tanto extraña.
Ahí aparecen los autos.
Ah, ya venía de costado Ledesma y se lo encuentra Polini a un velocidad,
Si necesite... una bloqueada.
No, siguió de largo, sí.
Problemas
no
ahí.
es solamente bloqueada eso, es una rotura importante del piloto.
No poder, va al límite, se sale un poco y termina habiendo contacto entre los dos autos. Se trata de Iván González y Fue Solís, se la jugaron al límite, se va a la parte sucia, qué complicado.
Bernie Valverde.
Termina habiendo un contacto de Bernie Valverde, se va también a la parte sucia, no.
A ver, está aquí entrando al foco, eso sí, lo que se vio luego, inmediatamente es que era el foco, solito. Ahí tuvo un problema, Rafa, se fue de frente prácticamente, se siguió. Me da la impresión, ¿sabes qué me da la impresión, Diego? Ahí lo detiene la Leca, pero
¿sabes qué?
llegó a muy alta velocidad.
Había tenido el trompo anteriormente, siento que se quiere reincorporar muy rápido. Aquí está la reiteración, que es lo que pasa con el árabe, se va hacia la parte sucia, termina un impacto demasiado fuerte en las llantas y ahí termina varado prácticamente.
มาแล้วโอ้โหกระพือแรงไปหน่อยดูนะครับล้อหน้านี่พอหัวปักแล้วล้อเกวียนมานี่ล้อหน้าลอยเลยครับดูครับโอ้ยแล้วก็ไปกระแทกรถบลิงอีกทีนะครับกลางรถเลยแล้วแบรีเออร์ผมก็ทนไม่ไหวครับ
There is Rupert Williams and in the background you can see in the background of the shot, off goes sideways into the gravel trap Rupert Williams for Matt Priestwood. He was more sort of straight on going into the gravel trap, but couldn't quite see what caused it, whether it was maybe one car. It's coming under pressure from Patrick Collins, and as an off, and I'm afraid that is Darren Kell, who has put the McLaren into the wall, coming his way around the outside, which he tried in race 1 and got a little bit sideways, but in race 2, has he managed to make it stick? He has. There's a spin further back. Carl's having to avoid stricken Lamborghini of Balsidu in the middle of the circuit. There's the exit of Goddard's to get the move done and place a lap on the car that's running inside the top 10, but there's contact between the pair of them. James Cayley has to take to the grass in avoidance. Frank Morris in, Patrick Collins on the brakes, trying to turn in towards the old hairpin, and Balsidu just makes contact with the right rear quarter at the old hairpin. Quick replay of it. It just got, just sideways coming out, lost some rear traction, skittered across the dry grass, and
from Dylan Estra, who is already all over the back of
Hugh Barter at the front. It was a good start from around the outside of turn 5. Can't do it there, and there is a crash. That is Dylan Estra has spun round and he has smacked.
Last lap, 1.3 seconds is the advantage, and off the road goes the 72 racing car, and that is a huge, unbelievable shunt after
Volta, vai que no que volta. Na verdade ele entrou, né, de gaiato nessa panca, ele não...
Sull'esterno, attenzione anche al tentativo di attacco da parte di Zanghimoni, che è partito molto bene, testa coda, situazione pericolosa in questa fase con i
car, but it's also in there, makes contact with the barriers on the exit.
Contact as getting ever closer to Boris Gideon as there, one car makes contact with the barriers, that spins the car.
And contact, there we see it again.
Oh, and you can see they're desperately trying to brake, desperately trying to slow down, desperately trying to avoid.
So maybe it's going to be a very short one. But...
Yeah, no. Found the gravel.
Yeah.
And then, yes, you were right. Inside line, you can see Eric under braking. Yeah, I wonder whether Fabrizio came over to the left a little bit.
Let's have another look at there if you can see it still. It was a little bit wiggle.
Yes.
You can see it's a little bit of a wiggle, unintentional, but yeah.
From that camera angle of done so. Oh my!
Oh my God!
So look at that. I do hear well. The middle sector, he was down in terms of time, Nico. Oh! And he loses the back end of the car, and he's able to get...
He's certainly way up the order from the start, and there is the reason why Yassin Ferrati went around, and that is, I'm afraid, Dylan Medler in a little bit of a pushing motion.
Bastante na volta de perseguidor. Bruno Landi vem. Mímica incrível ali o toque. Batida feia, hein?
Chassis, né? Mustang contra Chevette. E aí nesse momento da transição aí o Douglas acabou.
And of course Franz, he's on the inside, he has to brake. He's the first car to brake. Everyone tries to outbrake him, and he's just in the back there. And he just runs straight to the back.
Has just been caught out there, I think.
Yeah.
Do you think he was intending to go Joker, or do you think he was just ended up? Of the understick, no. And then, so this orange blur came flying past his windscreen in a baptism of fire.
No! Powers gets turned around by Borges.
Absolutely on. The door is open there. Faust won't have been expecting it, and then they've gone side by side. Faust just clobbered the curb early in the corner. I think that's all fair and lovely.
Up the inside, John Van der Heuvel. It's 3 wide as they come across. Janssen with a massive roll. Janssen.
Rubber on rubber, it's just picked it up.
Just grip it and it just goes, so that he's already got tyre damage on the rear. Look, and the left front grips
it's because he's hit the curb and the car's bounced up, so it's already in the air. Then it's gripped the wall.
That's going to be very...
It's not...
ドライバーの進行。
すごい火災ですね。
22号車、ポルシェ今火災で他のチームが今サポートにも入っています。今消火器でフロントから火が出て。
耐久用にね、入れ替わりましたね。
はい、変わりました。おっとここで430号車が25号車で。
On our track map. Yeah, and the 260 car right here almost had an incident. Now we've got another car turned around in turn 7.
Back again of Adam Shepherd is down the outside. Oh, is that contact enough? Shepherd off into the gravel trap. The double rate. Too much aggression. Oh, he's bounced off that dip in the curb. That is a great near enough save. And his dad, Steve, could have finished him off there, couldn't he?
Easily. About to appear into sight in the Audi. There it goes.
Wow, it went fast, that, didn't it? That's quite a big hit, you know.
Didn't look like
there. Simon Kendrick in the Tiger livery. Side by side, Matt Harvey under fire. There's contact, and these two cars are going to go off. The 33 car flies across the gravel. Let's hope he's not going to T-bone anybody as he comes back. He first raced in this championship back in 1990. Oh, and somebody does a wheel on the grass. That's the 185. That's LA at the chicane. Kendrick, the favourite for the MG. And there's contact again there. He's been taken out by a ZR. Another one. Ahead of him is the number 58, which is Tony Wigley. Trying to get the cut back there through Redgate. He leans on the 33 and off into the places. Now here's a replay. Watch the Mini. He just slid off all on his own. The car digged in sideways into the gravel and over it goes.
Justamente detrás de ellos se verá Fonseca con la 94 y Vale Aranda que ahí se le quiere bajar a Bob Espinosa. Bob Espinosa gira va la aranda y vamos a ver, no ha salido. De aquí viene la repetición. Es que me parece que lo alcanza Lalo a Bob. Y gira Bob.
Y ahí está el toquecito.
Bob a lo mejor alcanzó a salir porque a Bob ya no lo vimos. Y como bien aferrado Bob. Sácala, Bob. Sácala. A ver, sí, ahí está el contacto. Justamente ya casi acercándose. Llega la 31 al final. No, que ya no tiene a dónde irse. Y Bob se queda atorado, pero Bob hasta el cierre de esta segunda etapa de la NASCAR México.
Ya no llegamos.
Vean atrás. Sí, miren, Max toca la esquina interna de Julio y pierde el auto. No, yo creo que simplemente siendo bien pensado, Cari, que no tendría yo por qué ser mal pensado como Max.
No.
Yo creo que trae mucho push ya.
Contact for Carter Langley. He got into more, and then because of that, he hit the inside wall field. The guys that didn't qualify that well. And there you see, it looks like the 55 of Gerstner spun, and a lot of people had nowhere to go.
Yeah, the 55, it looked like he spun up.
You see Jimmy Wallace get way up the racetrack and slow down a bunch of people. Gary Young Jr. came in there like, wow, and really never lifted, got into a bunch of different... Challenging for the lead. Baldwin wants the crowd again. Oh, horn into the wall. Jack Baldwin at 99. We told...
Too hot to handle. Ryan Heskett into turn 3 too much.
The rest of the pack goes through. Whoa, but there's a big accident in the background there, and one of the drivers going sky.
But here comes the 55. Raggio trying to make it. Oh no! A bad get off by both of these riders. The 79.
Right on the back wheel of Mitch Simpson now. Oh, we got a faller. I think that may have been one of the Team BWR machines, was it?
Low speed crash for him, just the front goes from underneath him, so nothing too major there for Van Stralen, but he could do without.
And I think for him, there you see it, he's on his own when he goes down. Baptism of fire, as you say. And
coming through, you can see here the 55 was out in front, and
my goodness,
he's lost the front, and then unfortunately for the 23 of Bartolini, he's got nowhere to go. So Genai Tarantino does lose it there, but it's also 300 race, and the problem with it is, especially when you're in as a debut towards turn 1, Umberto Meyer runs to the outside. You can see the blue bike, and Jeffrey Bowes maybe made contact with his teammate there, Philip Ton, and that's what sent him on that course to Umberto over each other. You can see at the front of the field what was happening there. It looked like it was with Carter Thompson, so the 2 MTM Kawasaki. He's last on the grid after all that, and I thought that the yellows might have come in time for him, but Alex, he's going to be 23rd on the grid. Such a Jason O'Halloran crash at turn 1. You can see just loses the front, and turn 1, a very fast-paced crash. The bike's flipped on the way to it, so you'd...
The straight. Oh, that got so tight, and there's the result. There is no way they were all going to get.
Ancor più di quello che ha fatto la molla ed il pompante dell'ammortizzatore sull'ATM. Ora però ha sbagliato.
Triple. All is good here. Comes up short. Oh no. It's like he comes up short. The bike stalls. Yeah, here you go. This is Cole Davies making the move.
Mosman to the outside.
Watch the top of your screen. Mosman, he slips and then the bike grips up.
For the win right now in this LCQ. Oh no!
No!
Rodriguez